Today's date and time is 11:09 a.m., August 29, 2014. I should have made this phone call earlier, but I'm about to call the U.S. Marshals to see about getting the transcript of the Detroit Police Department oversight hearing at the federal building downtown on Lafayette and Shelby, I believe. It was an issue that no one knew, from security guards to the clerk's office, knew what room the oversight hearing for Detroit Police Department was in. And so I sat in the bankruptcy hearing. And when I walked in there, Kevin Orr was doing his testimony. When he got done, he left. And the hearing, court case was over with. Whatever they decided, I don't know. But some people say, well, you was right there, you should know. Talk to the hand. And I'm just going to call about getting the transcript for the Detroit Police Department oversight hearing. And I'm going to see, can I get the video, but it's probably over with now. But since it's a federal building, their information should be and or may be, if it applies, say for 30 days, 7 days. I know the limited resources of the Detroit Public Library system have all your information on file until 90 days. Everything get purged within 90 days. So let's see what the federal building protocols are for their videos of the entrance of coming in the doorway, because when I walked in there, I seen two police officers was already standing in the little stairwell where you come in and get searched, and they told them to go the other way through a little passageway right before you get to the metal detector, little doorway, and no one knows what room numbers they was in. Not even the clerk's information office on the 5th floor, 3rd floor. One security officer told me they in that room right there and they all left, is over with. Now, if her statement was true or not, this is how the U.S. Marshal, and I have, you guys, listen, get the Freedom Riders documentary. And what I said in one of my earlier recordings that I haven't put on my Facebook page yet, because my information is getting deleted off my Facebook page by someone. And first thing people say, oh, it's Facebook doing it. I don't care who it is. If Facebook want to say, well, we do that, so, we doing experiments, you need to read fine print. We can delete anything without your knowledge and or et cetera. So you breaching my freedom of speech based upon their opinion and what they have in writing, which is illegal, but the court system and or et cetera will say, well, you read the fine print. They'll back them up. Government will back up big business, and big business will back up government, and attorneys back up big business and government. So tell me if I don't know what I'm talking about, if someone can email me and give me some knowledge and correct my ignorance. Then I'll break it down, you break it down, then I'll break it down. Then after that, we don't agree. That's all she wrote. Record the conversation. I'm going to record mine, and I'm going to plant mine on Facebook. You let the intentional, deliberate brainwash. I mean, not brainwash. People get upset when you say brainwash. I know I had one person say they don't like the word brainwash, so I start using dysfunctionally programmed. Intentionally and deliberately dysfunctionally programmed with citizens' own tax dollars working against us. Now, let me call this phone number. Now, they're going to flip. I'm going to see they're going to flip it on me, or I'm going to flip it on them when I get done. I'm going to flip it on them. But the judges will back everyone up. Big business, attorneys, and or et cetera, if it applies. And say, you don't have enough evidence. The rules are the rules. If the rules are unconstitutional or constitutional, you will get no compliance. Either way it goes. If it's constitutional or unconstitutional, you will not get no compliance. Favoritism and preferential treatment, if it applies. Now I'm about to call 313-234-5600. hit 3. I think that's security. So just your word.
Hold on while I try that extension. U.S. Marshals?
This security?
What can I switch regarding so I can transfer you?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out. I have 2 issues. I want to know how can I get a copy of the cameras when you come in the entranceway, and I want to get a copy of the transcript of a court case they had there, a hearing.
All right, hold on just a moment, please.
All right.
Marshals Control Center, CSO Flink.
Yes, my name is Mr. Lynch, and I was wondering, I have 2 issues. I want to know how would I get a transcript of a hearing, and how can I get a copy of the cameras of the entrance when you come in on a certain date?
Well, I'm not sure I can answer both of them. Probably the best number to call is the clerk's office. They give you the number.
Okay.
313 234 5005.
5005.
05.
Okay, 234-4505.
No. 234 5005.
4005.
No. Let's try this one more time. 234 5005.
5005.
There you go.
All right, thank you. Dang, someone that work in the public so hostile. Cause they see these ignorant and dumbfounded citizens all the time. If things were done properly, this phone conversation wouldn't be in process. If things was done constitutionally with honorable and generous behavior within the federal jurisdiction of a house of due process, which is the federal building where the U.S. Marshals are housed in federal courts. So hostile. And then you say, I'm hostile. I have merit to be hostile because of all of the non-compliance and unconstitutional actions and behaviors by citizens, governmental officials, and or et cetera, that's not granted by the U.S. federal Constitution. That people will make legitimately constitutional complaints can't get nowhere. Constitutionally, by the people that's put in place and paid with tax dollars to uphold the Constitution for everyone, animals, property, and or et cetera, if it applies. Now let me call this number 234 234-5005, the clerk's office.
You have reached the United States District Court in the Eastern District of Michigan. Please be advised that calls may be monitored for training purposes. Press 1 for the jury department, or press 2 for case-related or other information.
It's 2.
You have reached the clerk's office for the United States District Court in the Eastern District of Michigan. Press 1 for information about Wayne County Courts, friend of the court, probate, or other local court records. Press 2 for court hours, location, initial appearances, and form. Press 3 for attorney admissions information. Press 4 for assistance with electronic filing. Press 5 for Dow and multi-district litigation cases. Press 6 for information on ordering transcripts. Press 7 to speak to a clerk. Press 8 to return to the previous menu.
I hit 6.
John Purdy at the U.S. District Court. If you are calling to order a transcript, please remain on the line for instructions. For all other calls, you may press the pound sign on your telephone to bypass the instructions and leave a message. To order a transcript, you must complete a transcript order form. If the hearing was before a district judge, the order form should be directed to the court reporter that covered the hearing. If the hearing was before a magistrate judge and recorded electronically, the order form should be directed to me, and you will be notified within 24 hours which court reporter will be assigned to transcribe the hearing. The transcript order form and contact information can be found at www.transcriptorders.com.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Yes, my name is Clyde Darnell Lynch, and I'm trying to get a court transcript for the Detroit Police Department oversight hearing that was Monday this week. My home number is 3, and the court date for the Detroit Police Department oversight hearing was on August the 25th, 2014. No one was able to tell me what courtroom it was in when I got there, so I got to run around, went to the clerk's office. Security didn't know. Only one security officer told me it was over with. But I seen someone walking out of the building at 12:30. They could have been walking out for any kind of reason, or any other court hearing. But again, my phone number is. I want to know how to get a video. Who to send an FOIA to get the copy of the video of the police officers walking in the building, because I was right there, watched them walk in, and no one knew what room they was in. They came through the entrance, went through the little door before you get to security, and no one knew what room number they was in. From the clerk's office to the security, only one security told me, and it was over with. Thank you. Have a nice day. My name, once again, is Clyde Darnell Lynch. Phone number 31, and my cell phone number is 313-694-4419. That's a minute phone. So emails, text messages, I just say don't attempt it. Just leave a message, on the phone. I don't like messages or text messages. I just like to speak to someone in person. Because the text message is limited. All of it don't come through. And, like I said, it's a minute phone. It may run out of minutes or whatever. Once again, my name is Clyde Darnell Lynch. Want a copy of the video of that Monday. Police officers coming in the building. No one knew where they was at. And I want a transcript for the DPD oversight hearing. DPD owe me a lot of money, and the U.S. Marshal Task Force know who I am and know what my issues are. Thank you. Have a nice day.
To send this message, press pound or hang up. Your message has been sent. If you would like to try an extension, you may do so now. Goodbye.
So therefore, the date and time is 11:24 a.m., August the 29th, 2014. My baptismal name is Clyde Darnell Lynch, all rights reserved without prejudice. I am Prince Clyde Darnell Lynch. Equality and fairness by contract is paramount, mandatory by law. Amen. I didn't want to hit no prompts, so I just left the message. Let's see what happens. Today is Friday. I probably won't hear nothing till next Friday. I'm giving them to next Friday. But by law, you have 3 days to respond to any letter, email, fax, phone call, messages, in-person complaint, verbal complaint under any label, description, petition, grievance, letter of concern, first-hand knowledge, second-hand knowledge, whatever may apply. So I'm expecting something by Friday, but by law, if they don't respond within 3 days, I know there are exceptions to anything and everything if it applies. I understand that. But by law, you're supposed to respond within 3 days, and when you don't respond, that's non-compliance, and you could get a payday on that alone. And I have so many paydays on that issue alone, that's why I'm asking for $900 billion, and they don't have the money to pay me. So receivership is the only option unless somebody make somebody disappear. You know they do that. They are efficient at that. Assassinating governmental officials, governmental employees, taxpayer servants, citizens. They make them disappear. They interfere with their game. But if everybody just get conscious and understand this is a word game, they have successfully understood us, our mind and makeup, for those that it apply to, and they play the game well. Proposal 1 passed. Destroy the pay rate for in the economics of everything. Pay rate lowered on every level if it applies. Then proposal 1 comes. Give big business more profits in their pocket after they lowered the pay rates on everything. Then the restaurant people wanted a pay raise, so now you get it you get an increase during a period of time, but everybody else get their hookups in one big shebang, in one motion. And then they want to destroy the Detroit public school system and all the other minority school system in the United States and or et cetera. And now they're on the news talking about making your day, your school day, an hour later. So you can miss an hour of education, a class get cut because you don't have enough time. We're not being taught correctly in the first place. And the media is spoon feeding this in the dysfunctionally programmed citizens. Oh yeah. Either way it goes, you're gonna be coming home later in the dark. You're gonna be going to school in the dark in the morning time. But what is it? If you can't adequately secure the kids' travel from point A to B, from home to school, it's been an ongoing issue forever. You have welfare people don't work. You have disability people. You have the elderly. Some people sit on their porch in the morning just for that purpose. Then you have the little people that are sexually assault kids and all this and that. They'll go and do these things that involve children. Be sitting on their porch, be the clown at the circus, or be the work in the school system, do after classes, events, be the child daycare personnel. There's a whole bunch of shady stuff going on. But when you dummy down and break down, I'm gonna speak in Detroit public school system. You lower the pay rate for the teachers, make them leave to go to the suburbs. And then when all that happened, you said, oh, well, Detroit school system is failing. Let's implement the EEA, give all the money to EEA, and liquidate Detroit DPS, Detroit Public School System, and have competition with private schools. The government give the private schools money. You can just get that money as you give it to private schools, to Detroit Public School System. Then you got Detroit Public School System that practice witchcraft, percussion, and spells on kids, and they working as a governmental official. Oh, that stuff don't exist. You tell me that stuff don't exist, tell me in my face and have proof. If you can't bring proof, don't say nothing. Because things like that is treason and ignorance, and you get your head chopped off for messing with witchcraft. Misusing supernatural arts that people are petitioners of and pay taxes to the government to be a petitioner of the supernatural arts. So how you going to tell me that don't exist? It's in my King James Bible. It's in the Quran under the name, label, descriptions of Satan, jinns, and or etc. In the Bible, King James Bible, the witches of Endor. And I found out King James the First wrote a demonology book. But I haven't looked into that. So dang, I went over 20 minutes. I'll have to edit this one. But it is what it is, and I'm out.